Hi students, so we're discussing about coordinations. In last class we discussed about phytohormones, that's plant hormones, like abscisic acids, oxines, gibberellins, cytokinins and ethylens. Today we're going to finish this fifth lesson, few more topics left over. So some lab activities there. Take some seeds and soak it into the water. We can take some seeds in a glass of bell jar contained with the soil. You have to put some seeds into this bell jar made with a glass, and you have to bajra seeds or any seeds you can put it into the corners. So we can see a clear picture, a clear roots in this glass bottles. Put it some soil and pour some water. After 4 to 5 days, so this plants started growing. We can see some roots starts growing and the shoot system. Shoot system and root systems will be separated, differentiated by the axons we are discussed. So even though if you keep in horizontal or verticals, what happens? This roots will grow always toward the gravitational force. The shoot system always grow toward the light. Even though if you keep uprights, even though if you keep horizontally, we can see roots always grow to the gravitational force. The shoot systems will grow toward the sunlight. So there are some few experiments like this axine is a very important cell elongation. So due to this axines, the plant started growing. You can see the cell elongation in axines. There are some scientists like Charles Francis and his son. They did some experiment on some plants, and F.W. Went, the one who discovered axines. F.W. Went, the one who discovered axines. He did some experiment on like some plants instead of, so this, when you cut these tip portions, it will always grow toward the sunlight. These plants grow toward the sunlight. So he cut the tip portion of the plants. He kept some like agar. Agar is a oceans substances. So one type of oceans, algae. He kept some agar blocks on the tip of the plants. He kept in the dark room. What happens? Where the agar block is kept, they started elongation. He observed elongations. So where the agar block is not kept or attached to the crop, attached to the stem, he cannot observe the growing parts in particular steps. If you keep these plants in the sunlight, they will turn where the sunlight is moving. The best example is sunflower. The sunflower crops always move toward the sunlight. The sunlight is this side, this plant will bend like this. If sunlight is in the center, it will straight. If the sunlight is going down, it will move like this. Sunflower always grow toward the sunlight. This is called as a response to stimuli. We already discussed. We already discussed like some atipati plants, mimosopudica plants. There are some different types of plants. A few more movements is there. So, what is mastic movements? What is mastic movement? Sometimes the direction of the stimuli determine the direction of the movements. Sometimes the direction of the stimuli not determined by the direction of the, not not determine the direction of the movement. Such type of movement is called as elastic movements. Once again I am repeating. Sometimes the direction of the stimuli sometimes the direction of the stimuli determine the direction of the movements. Sometimes they will not determine. Such type of movement is called as elastic movements. And the second one is, what is phototropism? Phototropism. What is heterotropism? 1 marks question, 2 marks question, they will ask this question. What is thigmotrophism? What is geotrophism? What is chemotrophism? Trophism is nothing but it's a movements. Trophism is nothing but movements. What is phototrophism? The plants growing toward the sunlight is called as phototrophism. For example, if you take out plants, if you keep it is in horizontally in the straight on the glands on the grounds, the roots will grow toward the sunlight. Such type of movement is called as phototrophism. Lights always grow toward the sunlight. The best example is sunflower. Hydrotrophism. If the plant is growing in the land, so even though there is a stones is there, if the rocks is there, the roots will grow toward the water. Such type of movement is called as hydrotrophism. Hydro is nothing but it's a water. Roots, plants grow always toward the water. Where the plenty of water is there, the roots will grow toward the water, then they will absorb the nutrition present in the soil. Then they started growing. Thigmotrophism. We can see some plants are thigmotrophism. They have tendrils. In your textbook they have given like tendrils, bitter gourds, like so many gourds, whatever may be god, pirakaya, like so many like tendrils which one have. So they will attach to the like some other plants. They will around to the like a thread-like structure they have. Like the tendrils they will grow and they will attach to the other. They need a support. They need a support. So if you keep stick or whatever maybe, it will to the tendrils it will attach and they will start growing. They cannot erect themselves because their stem is very thin. They do not have that much stamina and energy. They do not have that much strength. Such type of plants are called as thigmotrophism. Like bitter gourd, like so many plants is there. They will come under this thigmotrophisms. Tigal, అన్ని తిరిగే బీరకాయలు, ఏవైనా దొండకాయ, you can see whatever maybe they have tendrils. They do not have a long stem. Such type of plants are called as thigmotrophism. Next one is geotrophism. Plants roots always grow toward the gravitational force. Such type of plants are called as geotrophism. Almost all plants they have a geotrophism. Geo is nothing but earth. They have a gravitational force. Earth have a gravitational force. Plants roots always grow toward the gravitational force. Geo is nothing but earth. Gravitational force. The last one is chemotrophism. What is chemotrophism? When flowers comes into the plants, so they start releasing some sticky substances, like they release some sugars, so to attract the insects for the pollinations. So chemo is nothing but in the pollinations there are some chemicals is going to release in the flower. Such type of chemicals are called as chemotrophism. For the pollination purpose, this flower started releasing some chemicals, some honey. When this honeybees, they will cluster on the flower, they will suck in the juice from the plants. Honeycombs, this honey is present in the flowers. So chemo is nothing but releasing of chemicals in the plants. These are the different types of trophisms. One is phototrophism, light hydrotrophism, water thigmotrophism, like tendrils, geotrophism, gravitational force, chemotrophism, releasing chemicals in the plants to attract the insects for the pollinations. If there is no pollination, plants cannot grow. They cannot bear fruits. We cannot get production. So this is about the trophisms, mastic movements, phototrophism, hydrotrophism, thigmotrophism, geotrophism, and chemotrophism. So this is the fifth unit has to completed up to now. Today homework, you have to write this four trophisms. What is? Read just textbook once. What is phototrophism? What is mastic movement? Hydrotrophism, thigmotrophism, geotrophism, and chemotrophism. So only the side headings, definition and examples. Sunflower, hydrotrophism. Almost all plants that need water for the grow. Thigmotrophism, little plants. Geotrophism, almost all. Chemotrophism, almost all some plants, flowering plants. You have to write out the definition and the example of the plants. So you have to write FW Wendt experiment also. FW Wendt experiment. In your workbook, you're going to see the FW Wendt experiment. This is the diagram. FW Wendt experiment. Just you have to read once how we did experiment on this plants, how he kept the other plants, so how they are growing when he kept other plants. Just you have to write. Okay? Thank you, students.